This is near the end. Right?
This is right before the end.
Yeah, that's right.
See that right there? See that? If that was a knife in that guy's hand, you'd still be out of reach.
Yeah, but the guy is
Possibly.
stuck. But
I'm just saying, the best option.
best option is if your opponent somehow just goes, hiya,
Right.
with the knife, instead of continuously to move forward.
Exactly.
Because if you have a knife, you're going to continuously move forward and stab.
Yes, and then the problem is you're on one leg, and now you're off balance because they
And you
made
look real
contact
goofy
with
getting
you,
killed.
and you're fucked.
You look real goofy.
You look real goofy.
At your funeral, you're just going to have to ask people, please don't look at the security footage. It looks real goofy. Of course,
Hey.
you can't ask because you're dead.
Exactly. All right, sidekick.
Please. Round kick.
Dude, he
Roundhouse kick.
bounced with that.
Yeah.
That stunt coordinator sold that shit.
Dude, he dead bodied it up there.
That's
That's
it.
hilarious. He goes, bop, boop.
That was some WWE shit.
If I had a fall pad, I'd do all that kind of stuff too.
I always thought that was food.
Oh, they're right there? Yeah, like big walks. Yeah. That's just where they keep their
awesome
rice
mixed
in the
rice,
solo. Yeah. Silo, whatever.
Fried rice coming up. I like this right here. He's not looking, and then hook. That was such a cool cut.
It's actually a jump cut.
Oh. He went right for the back of the knee. Obviously, exaggerated.
Did you say obviously exaggerated?
Exaggerated, but
Why would you watch this if it wasn't exaggerated?
no, I know, but like there are realistic elements to a lot of the fight scenes in Enter the Dragon.
Well,
where a lot of movies not as realistic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, here's the thing. Bruce Lee always had that realism in the scope of what he did, but he always kept it entertaining, kept it for the movies.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked his movies a lot, is because of that. Because if you look like
it's
other...
this one specifically though.
Yeah.
Like Fist of Fury, and then what's the other one? Fucking, I'm forgetting them.
Yeah, I'm
There's like
forgetting
three
too.
of them that are like
There's
big.
There's one with the sequel that I forgot too. That has
There's The Way of the Dragon,
yeah, Way of the Dragon,
which is with Chuck Norris.
Yep.
And then this one.
I know. I'm
Or The
forgetting
Return
the
of
other
the
one.
Dragon? I can't remember.
No, Return of the Dragon wasn't him though. Oh yeah, it was Chuck Norris. You're right. It was
Let's
Return
see.
of the Dragon.
Yeah, I can't remember. But
Because he
anyway,
was in half of it because he died in the making of it, right? Because there was one movie where he died making it.
that was Game of Death.
Oh, that's right. And they made Game of Death 2, which had nothing to do with Bruce Lee, but they put like stock footage of him. In
Right,
there.
and I never watched
And that was a super big scam.
Yeah.
That
Right.
was so stupid.
Back to the fight. And another jump. One foot. This
He
time.
loves doing that. Oh, to squash some grapes for the ADR there.
Yeah.
That's one of the iconic looks right there.
This walk with the hair.
Yeah, dude. They made bowl cuts so hot.
Crescent. See, this is what I don't like.
A big hug?
Breaks from a backwards body lock or a rear body lock. It's just too easy.
Too
right?
easy to fake or too easy to...
He got out of it too easily.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
One elbow to the rib or the gut, and he breaks the guy's grip with that. It's like,
Well,
no.
he's kind of a superhero in this.
No, I know. But when it comes to grappling, that's what Bruce Lee kind of...
Never knew much about.
Well, he
yeah.
knew a little, and he was trying to implement it.
But not enough to be as realistic as
Yeah,
his
like
Jeet
a
Kune Do
John
and
Wick
stuff like
movie
that,
where
yeah.
it's like really
Really
hip-tossing
technical,
people.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we watch every one of these is a trap and an attack.
Yeah.
And then here, he's going to get punched in the back, and he's going to reach to his back and like kind of like show that he was punched. Watch.
Yep.
So what people don't pick up on is when he did this movie. I don't know if it was. I feel like this was this scene specifically, but he's not looking at anyone
Yeah.
because he's fighting so many people.
So he just kind of like, just doing.
He's trying to like
peripherals.
keep like a
peripheral.
peripheral
Yeah.
the whole time, and that's what sells this fight scene.
Yeah. Actually,
Most people don't do that in fight scenes in movies.
Yeah, they look here,
They're
then
like,
they look here, then they look here, then they look here. Yeah.
And that is a huge thing that I don't see anybody do. But if you're going to do that, that's got to really make sense for that character. Like that character's got to be such a badass.
Right, he has to be a superhero at that
That it
point.
makes
There's no
sense.
way around it because you can't fight multiple people. You know what I mean? You can't do it and like obviously survive. Like it has to be like a fight with like the Leonardo DiCaprio and the bear and Revenant where he barely comes out of it alive.
Yeah.
You know, if you're fighting multiple people in a realistic situation, chances are if you survive, it's fucking lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the hardest thing ever is fighting
Because
more
I actually
than one
read
person.
something. Well, because I read like a thing where it
Because
was
I mean,
saying
all the Russian MMA fights that we watch
yeah,
that are like one against
oh yeah,
three.
yeah.
It's like-
It's insanity.
you
dude.
have no chance.
Like nobody. It's like the biggest thing is that even if you do everything right, there's still
Someone behind
so
you.
many chances of something going wrong behind you. Yeah. Because, dude, you could literally. That's like the biggest fear of fighting in a public place. Like if you fight in like
Is someone
a club or a
jumping
concert,
in.
is somebody jumping in?
Yep.
Because like. Especially if there's a crowd, dude, you're fucked if there's a crowd. Because somebody was just going to look for that opportunity to come in and just give you a punch in the back of the head and then disappear into the crowd or whatever. So it's like, they said like the biggest chance you have if you're in a fight is literally being in a corner. If you're in a corner, at least nobody can come up behind you. But at that point, you're still like trapped.
Yeah.
So you're fucked. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, peripherals. But see, he even knew when to run.
Yeah. No, I really like that.
He had to find his light. I love that. I love that pose.
You know what makes this work is because on the island, the guy who owns the island, Han, has made it illegal to have firearms.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So all his
they all have
security
weapons. Yeah.
has martial arts weapons.
Yep. Which is the greatest thing ever. I want to move to that island.
Yeah.
Just constantly be fighting with swords and stuff together.
So did you see he took shots to the back there?
Yeah.
So he took a shot. So Jackie Chan's in this fight scene. You know that?
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he was in that one.
I had no idea.
Yeah. He fucks this one dude up coming up.
But Jackie Chan's. Oh yeah.
Wrestling nuts again.
That dude's got a long career ahead of him.
Bruce Lee was really big on nut shots
Yeah.
because I mean it is the most vulnerable.
Yeah. It'll
thing
disarm
about
a
you.
man pretty quickly.
This guy got took.
That's called a flurry.
Bruce Lee just said, "Keep shaking."
That was literally just like.
Ooh,
Oh.
God! Just poked to the face.
Yep. Oh. Yep. The only thing that doesn't work these days with this movie is the sound effects.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just. It's just that. That's it. So here's the thing that's funny about it. The only thing I think I like about that side of it with the sound effects is that it's super easy to imitate. You
Yeah.
can just like when you're a kid pretending to fight like a ninja.
Yeah. And
You know
you're like,
what
I did it.
And it just is the best.
Yeah.
I still do it. Actually, when we spar, I do it. But like, oh. But no, it's funny though because yeah, the sound effects. It's like weird. Like I don't know what it was. There was like a stock library of sound effects that like every martial arts movie used, and it was
Yeah.
the same thing every time.
Nobody made their own.
Nobody made their own, and it was so weird to me because in my head I was like, "Dog, you're recording sound. Just record yourself going like."
Right.
Just record a bunch of those and then give it to the editor to just chop them in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems easier to me, but of course I didn't cut reel to reel, so I have no idea.
I feel like that's a documentary that needs to be made
Sound effect people, Foley artists.
Yeah, when Foley artists decided to make real sounding punches.
Yeah, I mean, because to be fair, dude,
that went on for decades.
Dude, decades. And even recently, I've seen movies that have like really shitty sound effects for fight scenes, and I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Just takes you way out of it, man.
That's what I liked about Fight Club.
Yeah, it was very real in a lot of ways. That's me in my basement, age 7 to 28.
Right into the
That was amazing. That guy had the best day of work that day. Just flip over the balcony, go into the pool.
Oh yeah. But you know what's crazy is like that scene. When he brings out the nunchucks, everybody wants to learn how to fight with nunchucks.
But it's the worst.
And you do all this stuff, and then really all you do, if you actually use it in a fight, is this.
Yeah, you just whip it in their face.
That's it.
But here's what's funny about it. It doesn't make any sense why they're so popular. Yeah, it's a baton with
connected
a flail.
To another baton.
Yeah, it's a flail. Basically, here's the thing.
It's a ukulele.
It's a ukulele. A mace, like, one of those like sticks with the ball in a chain with spikes.
Yeah.
That's a million times better than nunchucks.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's so much more destructive. So, like, I don't know why nunchucks have, like, stayed in popular culture and martial arts culture forever. Like, is it just symbolic? Like, even one of the Ninja Turtles had nunchucks. Like, why?
Yeah.
What, like, they had to give him the comedic personality because nobody else was going to take him seriously as a martial artist. He had to be the fucking goofy guy.
Yeah. Guy with nunchucks? Really?
Yeah, he has to be like I'm phoning it in today, guys. Go ahead. But no, so like I learned nunchucks were my thing. It's like penguins having wings. Like what's the fucking use of them? You know what I mean? Like so I learned nunchucks and I got really good at them, and I never sparred with them, so I never learned how to actually fight with them. I just know that if you chamber it in your armpit, you can whip it out and it'll pop somebody in the face pretty good. That's pretty effective. But the only thing it's effective of when you're showing your friend how good you are at nunchucks, and then you hit them in the face accidentally, and then they tell their mom, and then you get in trouble for practicing martial arts on your friend.
Yeah.
So that's all nunchucks are to me. So then
and that's what happened.
When I learned staff, like bow staff or whatever, I don't know what it's actually called. I forgot, but we just literally called it staff, like big staff.
Yeah.
Then it became better for me because I was like, oh, this is serious. I was like, this is a serious weapon because you got infinite reach. It's like a pool cue but longer.
Oh yeah.
And it's weighted evenly, so you can really like control how much power you're giving it because you can control how much of the extension is out there. So if you want to pull it closer, you can really hook that thing around. But if you're longer, you can have better defense.
Yeah.
It's a cool weapon. Like,
it is.
Learning to train bow staff is fun, dude. Like, that was a lot of fun. You get your fingers crunched a lot, though, when you're sparring, because I got my fingers messed up.
That is the problem.
But yeah, anyway, so nunchucks didn't make sense. Swords were always cool. Everybody likes swords.
Yeah.
Even today, people like swords. I see, like, citizen alerts saying, like, man has a machete storming through Whole Foods. And I'm like, where the fuck did he get a machete from?